Good morning. Thursday morning, September, I don't know, the 20th? Possibly. Back at home. Last week I was in Florida and I noticed that my video didn't upload, so I'll retry that again. Hope you had a great week. Quiet. Coffee talk. It's pretty early, and because I'm outside, I have to talk quietly because pretty much I could touch this neighbor and that neighbor. So today I'm going to talk about Daily 5, which I talked about yesterday on my Instagram stories over on the Documented Faith Instagram and on my own personal Instagram. I'm going to talk about it again, a little more in depth. Live. Okay, so Daily 5. My Daily 5 personally are the things that I need to do daily to stay focused, aligned, focused, aligned. Seriously, they are the 5 things that I need to do daily just to keep myself in forward motion. And that is eat, sleep, move, pray, and create. Not in that order, but those are the 5 things. And the misconception or the misunderstanding of the word create comes up all the time. So I'm not necessarily talking about picking up a paintbrush or a needle and thread or anything creatively. But when I say create, I could say, or I could mean create a new community, create a new meal plan, create a new habit, create a new space, create, what else could it be? Fill in the blank. It doesn't have to be artistic. Now, for me and my purpose, create is part of my job, but I roll in the other things with create. So that's why you see me with doodles and stitches and mixed media based on the other things that I'm doing. Eat, sleep, move, pray, create. Okay. So those are my 5 things. I would encourage you to start thinking about your 5 things, and your 5 things could be my 5 things. That you don't have to, don't complicate it. Start with my Daily 5, the things the words that I focus on, because then that's good. I mean, eat. We have to eat, right? We can't survive without eating. So, because we have to eat, and we have the freedom to eat whatever we want, we have to make choices. And that's up to us individually. I'm never going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I might make a suggestion. Drink more water. I'm going to share what has worked for me, but I'm not going to tell you you shouldn't eat that. I am guilty of doing that. I'm guilty of only doing that with my husband, which I'm going to practice not doing, because what I've learned in the Wellness Revelation is we don't should on people. I could drop the mic right there. You should, you shouldn't. My job is to take care of myself, and what choices people make is up to them. I'm just going to try to be an example and an influence, good influence. So eat, drink, eat, drink, whatever you do. It's a verse in the Bible. Whatever you do, do it for the glory of God. So while we have the freedom to choose, we can look at it and say, okay, I have the freedom to eat this Reese's peanut butter cup. For me, because I've quit sugar, is it beneficial to me? No. So I put it back. Sometimes I have to say it. I haven't recently, but I did in Florida. There was M&Ms galore, all varieties. I wanted one. I wanted 10 or a handful. Was it beneficial for me? No, because I knew what the sugar would do to me, so I didn't do it. Okay, enough with that. So my eat, sleep, sleep. Now, for me, I need sleep. I need a nap. I need 8 hours. Some people don't. I do, because I know how I function without it. But also, the sleep factor of the daily 5 is maybe you put your phone in another space. Or personally, I have it right by my bed. I do look at it a little bit at night, but it's not something that I go to sleep doing. I'm not scrolling. It's basically for me for security, for in case my kids text me. But setting the phone aside is a good way to help with your sleep. So eat, sleep, move. Talked to you about that for a long time, and I'm going to continue to, even if it's just baby steps or it's just getting up and taking a walk, getting your body moving. It all is like not a vicious cycle. It's what's the opposite of vicious? I'll have to look that up. But it's a great cycle. So when you eat better, you sleep better. When you move better, you're going to eat better, which means you're going to sleep better. Eat, sleep, move, pray. Self-explanatory. Again, I'm going to explain and share with you what works for me, encouraging you to pray always, not in case of emergency, not always when needed, but always. And then create. And you know what that means for me. It's going to be creative, but I'm also going to encourage you to create surroundings. And I don't mean like this, but, you know, just changing up some things, creating a new thought pattern, a new habit. There's so much good stuff coming. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. And I wanted to read to you a little bit about something I read in Wellness Revelation as I'm going through the instructor training. I'm rereading the book, and this morning I read 2 things that I wanted to share with you. And the first one is, food is the fuel that produces the physical energy we need to do our work. So when I say fit to serve, we need to be ready. Well, we need to be willing. So that's an area where we can be ready, but we have to be willing. If we're not willing to do the work, then it's not going to work. Better have some coffee. So let's prepare ourselves for what God has planned for us. God's got a good plan. We just have to remember it's not our plan, it's His plan. It's a whole nother section. And that we, as believers, as Christians, as humans, have the great opportunity to be the change. Okay, so why I can't change the world and I can't change someone's behaviors or their choices, I can be an example of how it can change. Now, I'm not perfect. I fall off the, what do you call it? Fall off the wagon all the time. But it doesn't mean I can't get back up, jump on and keep going, and or make a U-turn. And it's all good. It's all good what's coming. So it's going a little longer, so I'm just going to remind you again, daily 5. Start thinking about what are the 5 things. And it doesn't have to be 5. Start with 2. Start with 1, just start, okay? And if you want, follow along with me with my 5. Eat, sleep, move, pray, create. And then just a hashtag, drink more water. Okay, hope you're having a great day. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again next week.